If you've ever been on the verge of burnout and someone's told you to just take a vacation, that's just not the answer. Today, we're going to go way beyond that advice. We're looking at burnout not as some kind of personal failure, but as a signal, a really clear signal from your internal system that something needs a major reset. So here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll get clear on what burnout actually is and what it isn't. Then we'll dig into the hidden imbalances that are really causing it. After that, we'll walk through a 7-step guide to actually fix them. And finally, we'll look at what your new, more resilient operating system looks like. Okay, let's dive right in. The biggest mistake most of us make is confusing burnout with just being tired. And because of that, we end up trying to solve the completely wrong problem. And this right here is such a crucial distinction. See, fatigue is a body problem. It's like your phone battery is at 0. You just need to plug it in, get some rest, and you're good to go. But burnout, that's a system problem. It's got this flavor of cynicism and meaninglessness to it, and no amount of sleep is going to fix a broken system. This quote just nails it, doesn't it? It captures that slow, creeping feeling of burnout. It's not a sudden event. It's when you realize you're just managing your life. You're just pushing through this project. And that deep feeling of actually living your life has just faded away. You might even look successful on the outside, but inside you feel completely hollow. So let's get to the core of this whole explainer. We need to start seeing burnout as a signal that your internal system has sprung a few leaks. The goal isn't to somehow find more energy, it's to find and plug the holes where your energy is escaping. The source material points to 3 big, overlapping layers of dysfunction. These are the energy leaks. Understanding each one separately is really the key to being able to fix the whole thing. So let's break them down one by one. Okay, the first leak happens when we start operating from what the source calls a child position. Now, this doesn't mean you're being childish. It means you unconsciously expect the world, your boss, your family, whatever, to be fair, to see how hard you're working, and to give you a gold star. And when that doesn't happen, you feel resentful, exhausted. The adult position is the antidote. It's where you take 100% ownership of your choices, which stops that massive energy drain of unmet expectations. The second leak is a broken exchange. Think of your energy like a bank account. You can't just keep making withdrawals, giving, without ever making any deposits. It's just not sustainable. Your system is not designed for endless one-way output. So when that balance is off, your system starts to protect itself, often with apathy and cynicism. Sound familiar? And this third leak, this one is sneaky. The duality trap is basically our brain's habit of constantly judging everything. This is good, that's bad. This is right, that's wrong. When you're living in that state, your nervous system is in this constant low-grade battle. Every little thing becomes a high-stakes drama, and it just saps your energy without you even noticing. Okay, so we've identified the leaks. Now for the big question. How do we actually fix them? Well, the source gives us a fantastic, practical 7-step process to restore your system and stop that drain for good. First things first, we have to make sure we're actually treating the right problem. It's all about learning to tell the difference between I'm burnt out and I'm just really tired. Now, this is a total game changer. You need to shift the question. Instead of asking, what's wrong with me, which is a total blame game, you become a detective. You ask, where exactly is my energy leaking? Are you trying to control everything? Are you always waiting for someone else to say good job? Are you all give and no take? These are the bright red flags of a systemic leak. Step 2 is a big one. This is all about reclaiming what's truly yours to handle, and this is just as important, letting go of what isn't. It's time to stop carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Here's a super practical way to do that. Next time you feel drained by a situation, ask yourself these 2 questions. And that second question, that's where the gold is. The answer, what you're afraid of, almost always points to the real engine driving your burnout. It's usually a fear of rejection or losing control. But once you can see the fear, you can start to step out of it. All right, let's keep building. Now we're going to tackle that give and receive imbalance head on with a really simple, concrete action you can take. Look, just understanding this stuff isn't enough. Your system changes through action. So here's a challenge for you. In the next 48 hours, just pick one small area where you always overgive and intentionally add one act of receiving. Delegate something, ask for help, say yes when someone offers support. It's a small step, but it sends a huge signal to your brain that a new, more balanced system is coming online. Now it's time to deal with that subtle but incredibly powerful energy leak. the duality trap. This step is all about learning to turn off that internal engine of constant judgment that keeps your nervous system on high alert 24/7. So you basically have two modes you can operate from. On one side, you have the duality trap, which is like living in a constant state of inner warfare. It's exhausting. On the other side, you have this neutral center, a state of calm observation. From here, you just see things as they are, without all the judgment, and your decisions become so much clearer and way less draining. Okay, next up, we have to perform a really crucial mental surgery. We need to unhook our achievements from our sense of self-worth. This is probably one of the biggest traps for high achievers. Think about your fuel source. When you're working to prove you're good enough, you're running on the fuel of fear, and that tank runs dry really fast. The action here is so powerful. Figure out the hidden need you're trying to meet. Maybe it's recognition or safety, and then ask yourself how you can meet that need directly instead of using your work to do it for you. You know, burnout loves it when we're on autopilot, just living out a role. The good employee, the perfect parent. This step is all about breaking that pattern and bringing some conscious awareness back into your day-to-day life. And the best part is, this doesn't mean you need to go on an hour-long meditation retreat. It's about creating these little micro check-ins, tiny pauses. Before you check your email, just pause and ask, how am I right now? These little moments stop the energy drain of living on autopilot and plug you back into yourself. That's where real replenishment happens. And finally, our last step. We have to make sure that the very goals we're chasing are actually a source of energy for us, not a source of pressure that leads us right back into burnout. This distinction is everything. A proving goal is all about showing other people you're worthy. A developing goal is about your own genuine growth and curiosity. Try it right now. Think of one of your goals and rewrite it to be about development. You can actually feel the difference in your body. A proving goal feels tense. A developing goal feels expansive. It creates energy. Okay, let's pull all this together. What does this new operating system actually look like in practice? Well, the whole shift is moving from a mindset of, I have to find more energy, to, I need to stop wasting the energy I already have. So if there's one thing to take away, it's this. Burnout isn't a sign that you're weak. It's a logical consequence. It's a signal that your own system's basic rules have been broken. You were carrying things that weren't yours, giving without receiving, running on judgment, and tying your value to your performance. Fixing that isn't just about feeling better, it's about living in a way that's sustainable. And before we wrap up, I need to say this, and it's really, really important. This framework is for understanding the patterns that lead to burnout. It is absolutely not a substitute for professional medical advice. If you are experiencing severe symptoms, please reach out and get help from a qualified professional. So, your first step? It's simple. Don't try to do all 7 things at once. That's just a recipe for overwhelm. Just pick one, the smallest, easiest version of one of these steps, and try it out in the next 24 hours. Remember, a system doesn't change with one big dramatic gesture. It changes with small, repeated actions that create a new normal. And we'll leave you with that question to think about. This isn't just about avoiding exhaustion. It's about reclaiming your energy so you can build a life that's actually yours, one that's driven by what you care about, not just by pressure. So, which leak will you plug first?